Tonight, David Goldstein is exposing yet another waste of your tax dollars.
Nearly $2 million worth of bicycles that you helped to pay for are gone, stolen off the streets. David's here now with a look at who might be taking those bikes.
Not sure who's taking them. We know where some of them are because we found them. You know, you paid for these Metro bike share bikes, thousands on the streets where people pay a nominal fee to ride around. But we found almost a third of the city's bike fleet has been stolen, some bikes ending up stripped or vandalized.
Just like it's spray painted blue, which I didn't know that was their colors.
We found this $2,000 Metro bike share bicycle downtown, painted blue, the seat missing, treated like a piece of trash on the street by a homeless person.
Spray painted red.
This one painted red.
It's been painted over.
This one painted black. The colors hide hundreds and hundreds of the taxpayer-funded bikes that we found have been stolen or vandalized, many of them ending up in homeless encampments around town. And the people using them don't want to talk about it.
Bro, get the camera on my face.
All right.
Get the camera on my face. Get the camera on my face.
The Metro Bike Share program has been in place for around 3 years. It cost taxpayers $36 million, shared in part by Metro, the City of LA, and the Port of LA. Thousands of bikes have been placed around town in these electronic racks. You unlock them using an app with your credit card or other card for $5 a day, and then return them where they automatically lock up. But we found the bikes are being stolen at an alarming rate. We obtained this list of hundreds and hundreds of taxpayer-funded bikes checked out from various locations around town on specific dates and times, stolen. A total of 973 bikes missing or stolen from the program. That's 32% of the fleet, costing more than $1.7 million. Do you have any idea how these bikes are getting stolen? We showed MTA's Holly Rockwell what we found. She runs the bike share program.
Well, anybody can check out a bike. It's very relatively easy to check out a bike, and so most of these bikes are checked out a normal way and they're just not returned.
Officials admit some people may have figured out a way to cheat the system by using a prepaid credit card. And they say 329 bikes have been recovered, and the vendor covers much of the costs. But that still leaves hundreds missing.
Metro bike is still outside parked in the homeless area.
And where are they?
Another electric Metro bike.
We found some in homeless encampments downtown and in the valley.
So this guy's got the bike now.
Like this one used like a personal bike by a homeless person in downtown LA. Many we found were camouflaged with spray paint. Others stripped like this electric bike. According to the ID number 17773 and the data we obtained, it was last seen on June 21st of this year at the bike dock on Figueroa and 9th. We found it a few weeks ago on the street a few miles away. We found this one here on 18th Street just off the Santa Monica Freeway. It's painted black, but it is a Metro electric bike. We can't see any of the serial numbers, but up front here you can see the green was painted over here, and you can see it coming through. And then inside the basket, I'll put this other camera in here, the only thing you can see identifiable is the M for the Metro logo. I'm with Channel 2 News, man. That's a Metro bike, isn't it? A few minutes later, this guy showed up to claim it. You're stealing the bike. It's a taxpayer-funded.
In order to steal, you got somebody got to see you steal the bike. I didn't steal.
But you're using it.
So what?
All right.
So what?
And when we watched him ride away, he came back to show he wasn't happy. This is one that somebody painted over. It used to have the Metro logo and everything on it. We showed LA County Supervisor Catherine Barger the pictures of what's left of some of these taxpayer-funded bikes. She sits on the MTA board and says the theft rate may mean the program isn't working.
It doesn't sound good to me. It sounds like we being the taxpayers, we all pay our taxes, subsidizing a program that may not be worth the money.
Hey. Get the camera on my face.
Come on,
Get
brother.
the camera on my face.
No. Now, Metro officials claim the program is a success. They say the private company that runs it is responsible for fixing the bikes, but they won't say how many of these bikes can't be fixed due to vandalism or how many, if any, of the stolen bikes have been replaced. So that means, of course, less bikes on the street for people to use.
On taxpayer-funded.
On taxpayer-funded bikes, all of these bikes. These bikes go from $1,800 to $2,500 a piece.
Wow.
Those are
You would think
electric
it
bikes,
would.
smart bikes.
You'd think they would have an auto lock on the wheel or something once it expires.
Some of them have GPS, the newer ones, but they say the batteries run out and then they lose the GPS.
That's right.
Oh, well, thanks, David, for shining the
Thank you.
light on another problem.